Matt, today's days.
Da-da-da.
Today is World Elephant Day, National Vinyl Record Day, Milkman Day, and Middle Child Day.
Middle Child Day.
Yeah, why is Middle Child Day next to Milkman Day?
Well, because the middle child may be the offspring of the milkman. Is that what you're indicating?
Yeah. Isn't that weird?
Bounce it to bow.
Okay, so you're the youngest, right?
Right.
I have middle child and oldest child. What's it called? Personalities. So
They're going to say syndrome.
Well, is that what it's called?
No, but sounded fun.
Yeah.
So what do you mean?
I mean, my sister and I are 10 years apart.
Oh.
So I am a middle child, but because she's so much older than I am, I have older child because she moved out.
Right.
So I was the oldest of, yeah.
Right, and she would have been 27, and so the other Utes in your house growing up.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I relate to the middle child and to the older child, but technically, middle children, whoop, 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 whoop.
Is that right?
It's a middle child day, so I'm going with it because I'm, legally a middle child.
Well, happy Middle Child Day to you, Kate.
Thanks. I should send my brother a text too. He's a middle child. Yeah.
And happy Middle Child Day to you, dear listener, if you happen to be a middle child. Go forth and be middle.
And try to get someone to pay attention to you.
And maybe do a test to see if the milkman is your dad. Whatever test that might be, I don't know. So, Kate, with today being Milkman Day, does this job still exist?
I don't know. Do people deliver milk to the door anymore?
I guess you could if you did grocery delivery.
Yeah.
But that's different than the stereotypical, 6-pack of glass jars that show up with milk in them.
Right. And that's what we typically think of for milkman. What if this definition of milkman is the person that actually, milks the cow? I'm the milkman.
Great impersonation.
Thank you.
Now, I'm tempted to look up milkman on you-know-what.
I don't know if that's a wise idea.
Well, let me go ahead there anyway. Urban Dictionary.
All right. I always feel like we need to, mark this day on the calendar somehow, a little check mark, so that if something happens to our server or if we get hacked, be like, well, Matt was on Urban Dictionary that day.
Yeah.
Matt was looking up questionable content.
Yeah, amazingly, I'm not. It may seem like it. I am not on Urban Dictionary every day, nor do I subscribe to their newsletter, which actually I'm not sure if that's a thing.
Oh, there's a newsletter?
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
I was just...
Guess what, kids? New gross words coming to the internet near you.
So I can confirm that, looking up milkman on Urban Dictionary is problematic.
Don't say it. Don't do it.
Okay.
I don't even think you can say that on the podcast, can you?
Well, I guess the dear listener will need to subscribe to the Matt and Kate podcast to find out. Kate, right, Kate?
That's right.
Free in your podcast player. Also at KJ1055.com. Calm. Like how I whipped out the echo effect there.
I like that.
Thank you. Kate, did you see Patrick Mahomes' trick shots that he was doing on the field goal training camp the other day? You seen this?
Was he throwing it through his legs?
He threw it behind his back and hit the crossbar on the field goal.
Okay.
And then the other one, he threw left-handed, his non-dominant hand. Same thing.
Hit the crossbar?
Yep, hit the crossbar. This guy is just a video game at this point.
Yeah.
I've put the link in our show notebook.
Okay.
Go ahead and click on that.
Yep.
Watch this beautiful, beautiful throw. And if you search for Mahomes behind the back, dear listener, you too can find this.
His left hand. I mean, I can throw a pretty nice spiral with my left hand.
Are you left-handed?
No.
Check out the arms on Kate.
Look at him. He is just... You're right. He's a video game.
Do you think you could hit the crossbar?
Oh, absolutely not. Behind the back?
Well, either way. Left-handed or behind the
Left-handed?
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe.
We need to get out to the football field.
I think we should. Field trip.
I bet, Kate, you you could throw a football left-handed far better than I could right-handed, which is my dominant hand. Pretty sure. Pretty weak.
You don't play catch?
I can throw a spiral, I just can't get it very far.
Oh, okay.
My mechanics are... If we were to kick field goals, I'm fairly certain I would destroy you, but...
Absolutely.
Throwing the ball, womp womp.
Laces out.
Boom.
I think we should. Do you think we should do a field trip to Chiefs training camp and get some press passes? And hey, Patrick, Scoochie, we're here for the show.
Shoo, get out of here. Yeah, for the show.
Let's show you what we can do, Patrick.
That's right.
Matt, back to school time is here, which means kids are posing for their parents with back to school pictures.
Womp womp.
Oh, it's super cute. Just smile for your mom. Get it over with.
What do you mean? They're posing with their parents? Is that what you said?
No, posing for their parents. Stand there, smile, back to school.
So you're actually there when their photos get taken?
Okay, Matt. I think what you're confused here is those are school photos.
Okay.
And this is back to school photos where parents are forcing their children to stand on the front porch.
Oh, I see.
In the first day of school.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I thought you were enlisted as an assistant for the official school photos, but this is just parents that take photos of their kids.
Posting on social media.
Right.
Yep.
Showing off how cute their kids are, too.
Right. Well, that's great, but you want to be careful when you're posting those back to school pictures because you're giving away a lot of information about your kids. Like some of them are holding signs that says, Johnny's first day of kindergarten, teacher is Mrs. Johnson, wants to be a dentist, going to St. Joseph's School.
Social security number.
Right? Basically, mother's maiden name. Yeah. But all of these details are giving away lots of clues so that predators could easily find them or take advantage of where their children are. So when you're posting these pictures of your kiddos back to school, the less amount of information, the best.
How much are you willing to share online?
I put pictures of my kids and I probably say where we go to school. I think I've said that in the past and what grade they are, but I don't know that I've said teacher. I mean, they could probably predators could find my kids probably.
Oh, damn.
I know. I just that's pretty bad, Kate.
It's quite a challenge. That's quite a challenge you've laid out there for the listener.
Shoot.
I know a lot of people I feel like this has been increasing, or at least my awareness of it, being childless, keep that in mind, is that people are obscuring their kids' faces more when they're younger, like basically waiting until their kid is at the age to say, okay, yeah, you can post that or not before even putting the kid's face on the internet.
I mean, I know celebrities do that. I don't know peers who do that. My social media has all their kids' faces, I guess.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Not on Facebook enough to see that. I'll see it on like Twitter and I guess Twitter because I'm currently on Instagram break where someone will share photos and then they'll put emoji over their face.
Mm-hmm. I've seen that with celebrity kids.
Now, eventually your kids will get to the age where like, Mom, nope, don't post that.
I mean, they can voice that opinion.
Oh, okay. Denied.
Boom.
All right.
Yep.
Bummer, Kate. If you go to Italy now, you can no longer get Domino's Pizza.
Bummer.
Do you have any guesses as to why?
Italy said, please leave Domino's.
In not so many words. people just simply didn't order it.
Oh.
Turns out if you're in Italy, what do you think?
You order Italian pizza.
Yeah, you order local.
Right.
And not Domino's. I'm impressed that they tried in the first place.
I don't know. We were in Ireland. We had McDonald's. So.
Well, you got to try McDonald's when you go to a foreign country.
Yeah, I guess people don't think that about Domino's, right?
Get the McDonald's bangers and mash or whatever it's called.
Chicken nuggets and curly fries.
That doesn't seem very Irish.
No, it's McDonald's.
Well, yeah, but a lot of places, the McDonald's has local items on, like more locally relevant items that match the culture a little bit better. So I thought maybe they would have bangers and mash.
They might, but I was ordering for a 2 and a 4-year-old, so we stuck to our wheelhouse of chicken nuggets because my kids were tired of bangers and mash. And they're like, please give me a chicken McNugget.
Good old chicken nuggets, yep.
I know. But Domino's, they just couldn't make it work. People didn't want Domino's when they're in Italy. Shocker.
Yeah.
Matt, did you know there's a new Coke flavor coming to a bottle near you?
I did not. What's it? Or do I need to guess?
Yes, you need to guess.
Okay. Pumpkin spice Coca-Cola.
Very close. No, it's not very close, but that's a good guess.
And we haven't mentioned it. All the pumpkin spice news was like last week?
Yeah. We had something every day.
Yeah. And now, okay, all right. So I give up. What Coca-Cola is incoming?
It's called Dream World.
Coca-Cola Dream World.
And it tastes like dreams. What do you think their interpretation of dreams tastes like, Matt? Not pumpkin.
If it wasn't already a thing, I would say vanilla, but
right?
Is it chocolate?
It is not.
Oh. Have you had a chocolate Coke before, by the way?
My sister gets a chocolate Dr. Pepper at Sonic.
Oh, okay.
But it's too much for me.
Yeah, when I was a little kid, I remember it being a good thing, but yeah, right now I feel like my teeth would just fall out.
Yeah.
Tastes like dreams.
Tastes like dreams. Not vanilla, not pumpkin.
Not chocolate.
Not chocolate.
All right, I give up. I've used 3 guesses. I give up.
Mango and citrus.
That's what dreams taste like?
According to Coca-Cola. Yeah.
Now that I think of it, I'm not sure if I've ever experienced taste in dreams before. You?
I get hungry from dreams.
Do you really?
If I'm eating something in a dream, I'll wake up and be like, ooh, now I've got to have barbecue chicken.
Yep. There you go, down to the refrigerator, 2 a.m. Is that what happens?
No, it's usually in the morning because at 2 a.m. I'm like, I'll get it later. I'm too tired to move. But it'll be the first thing on my mind when I wake up. I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys, I had barbecue chicken last night in my dream. It was so good. We got to eat barbecue today.
Wow. Okay. I'm jealous, I guess.
Very easily swayed.
Into food items.
Yes.
Dreamscape, what was it called again?
Dream World.
Coca-Cola Dream World coming soon to a grocer near you.
Yeah, available on Monday for a limited time.
Oh.
That soon. That fast. That's because they know that your dreams would come true if you had the Dream World Coke.
Maybe if it gets really popular, they'll have a nightmare version. In time for Halloween, Kate. Woo!
That would be the pumpkin Coke, right?
Oh.
The nightmare. Yeah.
That might not work out so well. People in their pumpkin drinks might not like that association.
That's true.
All right. Well, we'll have to workshop this and
let Coke know.
Yeah, because we still got a couple of months.
We got time.
Or maybe a month if they need to put it into mass production first.
Yeah, that's true.
Try to get it to them next month. All right.
We'll have a brainstorming.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Kate.
Mm-hmm.
Kate, you see Disney now has more subscribers than Netflix?
No, really?
Yeah, Disney Plus has been out for 3 years and already has 221 million streaming subscribers compared to Netflix's 220.7. So just past them.
Just shy.
Now, do you think they're going to jack our rates? Or jack the rates? I'm not a current subscriber.
Maybe.
With all these subscribers, they still lost some money in that division just by virtue of how much money they've been throwing at stuff.
Yeah.
But it turns out people are into the Disney, which, given the choice, even if they were the same price, Disney is still quite a bit cheaper than Netflix by $3, $4, $5 maybe.
But Disney has different, you can do Disney, you can do Pixar, you can do National Geographic. I feel like there's another thing they offer when you're Disney Plus.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Disney Plus is cheaper, and I feel like it has far better and more content. So it kind of makes sense to me.
We've been doing a lot of Disney Plus lately.
Yeah, is there anything on Netflix that's getting you?
I'm not in a show right now. I didn't finish Snowflake. Still there, but I haven't finished it yet.
Oh, is that about someone who disagrees with someone politically?
That's about the entitled 20-something that are out in the wilderness and they're trying to survive.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. That sounds kind of familiar now.
Yeah.
All right. And so what are you rocking on Disney?
We're doing a lot of old movies, old cartoons, a lot of old.
Some Snow White?
Well, more like the cartoons, not so much the movies.
Oh, like Mickey Mouse shorts and things like that?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Anything problematic, or did they remove all those? Or put a disclaimer in front of them saying, hey, this may seem racist, but we didn't mean to.
I don't think the racist ones are on there.
Oh, okay.
Maybe Peter Pan might be on there with a disclaimer. I'm trying to think of like the shorts that would...
Peter Pan, really?
Yeah, because there's a Native American song and scene. What makes the red man red?
Oh, yikes. Gotcha.
Yeah. Yep.
Kate's picks for you to watch on Disney Plus this weekend.
Look up Lambert. Do yourself a favor. Look up Lambert on Disney Plus.
What's that?
It's a lion that gets accidentally delivered by a stork to some sheep instead of the jungle in Africa. And so he becomes a sheep. He's Lambert the sheepish lion.
So is this a short then?
Mm-hmm. But it's narrated by Sterling Holloway, who's the voice of Winnie the Pooh. And then there's also some great music. So it's probably about 10 minutes long, but it's real sweet.
So there you go. A Kate pick.
Lambert, the sheepish lion. Yep.
Me, I can still recommend Obi-Wan, Westworld on HBO, and of course, F-Boy Island. Those are my picks. Do you have any other picks, Kate, that we should get out there?
We just started watching Ghosts on HBO.
Ooh, okay.
Which is the original show that CBS adopted the show from. But it's in the BBC on HBO, so it's British ghosts. Fun.
Sounds scary.
Yeah. Not scary, no.
Ghosts with bad teeth.
Right.
Kate, have you trolled a scammer recently?
No.
So I saw someone do this the other day. They shared their screenshot. Someone was trying to scam them, with a text message scam.
Okay.
And so this person strung them along.
Yes.
And it reminded me of when you had done that.
Yes.
Curious if you'd be up for sharing that story again, because it was a while back, maybe a year or two at this point.
It was at Halloween last year, and I thought someone that I know was emailing me saying they were at a meeting at the church and they needed me to help them out. They needed some Apple gift cards. They needed 5 $100 Apple gift cards, and could I help them out? And because I was trick-or-treating with my kids, but I knew who this person emailing me was, I was like, Mike, what do you need? And I figured out it wasn't really Mike. But then I started saying, yeah, absolutely. I'll help you, whatever I can do. And just about, it was over 24 hours of texting and emailing back and forth with this person.
Oh, you were on text and email.
Yeah, I gave him my phone number.
Oh, I see.
And I had their phone number. So
wow.
I just figured as long as I was trolling them and stringing them along, maybe they weren't doing it to somebody else.
Nicely done. And how did that resolve itself? They just started ignoring you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the screenshot I saw was like, I'm a scammer. That's how it ended. The person got so annoyed. Like, I'm a scammer, you idiot.
Oh, my gosh.
And then that ended. And it was like, mission accomplished. Good job.
Matt, new Dorito flavors.
Wow.
Yep.
This is a new Flavor Friday edition to Matt and Kate. First, we had the Dream Coca-Cola.
Yep. This will go perfect with your Dream Coca-Cola.
Which once again tasted like what? Mango?
Mango and citrus.
Okay. Coming Monday to your grocer.
Your dreams are very refreshing, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Doritos bringing ketchup and mustard Doritos. 2 separate flavors, not in the same bag.
Okay. Huh. Yeah, I guess that probably works, because it's probably like a dusting situation. They dust the chips, and so...
Right. Now, Canada has had ketchup chips for a long time, because Canada, they love their ketchup chips. That was a little too Minnesota, not Canada. Sorry, but Canada loves their ketchup chips.
Better Canadian accent than I would have been able to muster.
But the new mustard chip is more like a spicy mustard, not like a Dijon, more like a Chinese hot mustard.
Grey Poupon.
Is that like a Chinese hot mustard?
I don't know if I understand what Chinese hot mustard is.
When you get Chinese food and they give you like a hot mustard on the side?
That's just like spicy mustard, right?
But I don't think it's like regular mustard.
Well, I know. There's
right?
yellow mustard and there's spicy mustard. It's more greenish.
Right. But when I say Chinese mustard, I don't think it's the same as what we think of when we think of spicy mustard, right?
Oh, okay. I don't know.
I don't think it's the kind you put on your hot dog.
Okay. Well, a lot of people would say, no. Pure yellow mustard is what goes on a hot dog. Not even spicy, non-Chinese mustard.
Right.
Hot dog purists here.
Yeah, not me.
Yeah, you don't do...
I don't do mustard on a dog.
And you said recently, I think that you're just now even dipping your toe into mustard?
Yes. Literally.
Literally, yeah. Monty has weird foot fetish stuff.
Ugh.
Or
No.
you do for Monty.
Gross.
Dip those toasts in some mustard. Nom, nom, nom.
I bring my own foot funk. I don't need to put mustard on my foot funk.
Boring.
I know, right? Prude.
Yeah.
Judy Prudy over here.
Again, yep,
Yeah.
Judy Prudy returns to Matt and Kate.
I'm not a big mustard person. I'm doing mustard on a turkey sandwich and I'm doing mustard on like a cheeseburger, but not on a hot dog.
Hot dogs ketchup only?
Yep. Or maybe ketchup and relish.
Oh. Interesting.
I do love relish.
Have you tried it on a hot dog yet? Mustard on a hot dog?
Yes, I have tried it.
And meh?
Not for me.
Gagging sound effect?
Ugh.
That one? Okay.
No, it's not that gross. Kraut, yes. But it's just, it's not for me.
Yeah. I'm on board with you with the kraut's kind of, but mustard.
People
no
who
mustard.
love kraut.
No mustard. Yeah, eating it out of the can with a spoon.
Yeah.
Or fermenting their own. You can ferment your own kraut at home if you're into that.
My father-in-law does that.
Huh.
He makes his own kraut. Yep.
I'd be more likely to try that than the grocery store stuff because it was artisanally made.
Monty has a big jar in the beer fridge and takes a big bite out of it with a spoon.
In the beer fridge, huh? Is it because you won't allow it in your standard in your kitchen fridge?
There's no room for it in our kitchen fridge. It's a giant jar.
It's that big.
Yes.
All right.
It is a giant jar of kraut.
And will you even smell it?
No.
You've smelled it before.
I have smelled it before.
You've
I'm
smelled
good.
kraut enough times. You're good. Okay.
No, thanks. No.